Very good morning, students. Today we're going to talk about how to build a resume. Okay, so any employer would be attracted through the curriculum vitae which you are providing to the employer to understand your strength and weakness, what is your professional attire, and what would be your personal side. So this is basically should be proposed in a resume to understand your profile before they discuss with you. So the basic agenda of creating a resume is to present yourself. This is myself, and I have certain strength, and I would be uh, okay for this opportunity, and I would fit for this opportunity. The way you propose in this resume is very important. So we're going to discuss about this in live. So basically, how to build a resume for a fresher. So basically, you may question me why, how come the fresher can propose their strength and without having an exposure and all these things. It's not like that. Even a fresher can propose a strength. Example, a fresher can propose, I have a self confidence, I have a strength in communication, I have a strong interpersonal skills. So this is also one of the strengths to attract the employer. Definitely, any employer, freshers, if they are hiring, they may not expect more on the subject matter initially, until unless it's more core job. The project has to be delivered. They may require a strong strength towards the subject matter, but most of the organization they would take undergoing a training for 2 months or 3 months to the particular freshers they are hiring. So keeping that in mind, what would be the first step to create a resume? So, resume first step. Obviously, you may propose your coordinates like email ID, contact number, address, and your first name and last name. And beyond that, your family details. And basically, you have to provide start with your strength. Example, um, I am a HR professional having around 20 years of experience. What should I propose? I have done HR operations, I have done payrolls, I have done statutory complaints, I have done career counselings. So this is all my strength. So I will propose, this is my strength. I am a global HR operation leader. I am a talent management specialist. I am a talent acquisition specialist. I am a career counseling specialist. I am a payroll specialist. I am a statutory and complaint specialist. Likewise, you have to brand your strength. At least bare minimum for a fresher, there should be a strength of at least a brand of minimum 10 brands. So experience categories may provide around 15 plus of brands according to the whether they work with HR, whether they work with finance, whichever category they are, they should provide the strength of the in the top of the resume, that your name, your coordinates, and your strength. And coming to the objective, what is mean by objective? Suppose if I hire you, what would be the objective? So you have to mention the objective very clearly. What is my expectation towards the organization is very important for a category like people like you. Okay, the objective should always be very specific, that I will be not bounding any mistakes towards this role. Example, I'm just putting you, or I am seeking a good role in your reputed organization. So, what would be your exposure towards competencies? Competencies, what objectives you have if we hire you? So, these all the adjective, or you can put it as not summary will come to an experience, but you can put it as an objectives to start with. Followed that, you should mention your basic agenda of, suppose we hire, what would be the strength towards it, your strength and weakness to be the second step. The same, you can, you can put it as competencies also, that is your skill, your self confidence, that is also a skill. Basically a human have a lot of skills. So self confidence, fearless, example me, I am a stage speaker. So that is also my strength. It doesn't mean that is a personal, that's a personal strength of everybody. So that has to be mentioned in the second step. Followed that, you can mention your project details. I'm sure for a fresher, you have undergone lot of projects from the school days or in the colleges, you can say. So you can mention your project details and execution and accomplishment towards that project is very important. Example, you have taken a project in mechanical, you have done some designs towards a mechanical in the particular software. So what is the output towards that project, where you got the accolades from the project manager or your head of the department? So that applauds has to be what is the output towards that. Is it done by you or it is as a group? As a group, you have done the project. Is it has to be very clearly mentioned, because you believe or not, even you can crack a job towards the projects you have done. You believe or not, organizations like Google, they clearly entice that what you have executed previously in the college days, what kind of projects, any unique products you have been presented during your college days. This is all attracts the employers. If we hire, is she's going to be asset to us towards that project, or we are going to come with a new products? Is this particular individual or incumbent will help us for this project to execute successfully? So that makes a clear vision that the execution of the projects, which has to be very clearly mentioned. And followed that, you can mention your personal details, uh, about your family, about your siblings, your date of birth, address, and if you have a passport, put it up, because there will be a lot of on-site opportunity in the initial stages. Also, you can put your passport, because passport details is very important right now, particularly for IT jobs. Most of the IT people, they would like to even send you for a training globally, across the world. So passport details, they may also, that is also one of the criteria right now. So please mention your passport details also. Followed that, you can mention your references, your professional, if you have somebody professional or personal, somebody can tell you about yourself strongly, so that references has to be mentioned. Followed that, the date and the location which you are preferring actually. So this has to be mentioned. And hardly you should, in the initial stage, you may not cross more than 2 pages of resume. Most of the people make a nasty mistake that they present six CV, 6 pages CV, 7 pages. The employer doesn't have time to review 6 or 7 pages, which is a conventional methods. Previously, the employees were followed or the employees were followed. So, but now it is very clear from the employer that I may review the very strongest points, the highlights of the particular individuals, with only 2 pages to the max. They get annoyed if you present 6 7 pages and they don't have time. I'm very sure that even you take a 1 hour of interview session, definitely the resume is not going to be completely reviewed, uh, unless until is more important or highlighted to be given in the particular resume. So keep that in mind. So present it only 2 pages at the max. What all you need to cover, you can cover to that. I will also give you, most of the people may have a problem in creating the resume, particularly the rural students have doesn't have an access to the computers and all these things. I would suggest one way is that you can there is a lot of artificial intelligence websites has come. Okay, in that you can get into a lot of chat GPT, or a lot of artificial intelligence programs has come right now, so you can utilize that. Rather typing all everything, you can put, there is a website called resume.ai. Please note this, it is resume, resume dot AI, that is called as artificial intelligence. So if you could upload your details there, it may attract the resumes to you, and according to the format, or you can regenerate it many times how much you required, up to your expectation it is been created. You can create that. So this is a very useful website. So please connect to that particular website, and a lot of artificial intelligence are launching every day. There are a lot of artificial intelligence websites and apps are getting launched on a daily basis. I'm sure students, most of the students has to utilize this right now, very right now at the most you have to utilize, because when we were 20 years back there was no support of these kind of websites, because in 5 minutes your resumes gets ready, in 5 minutes you get your proposals, in 5 minutes you get a lot of projects, just typing your expectation. So keeping that in mind, please ensure that you explore, search more, get into the detail of what you required, until you don't compromise to that. Please don't compromise on your resume, because resume is your Facebook to the employer. Your profile needs to be very clear enough. It should not be disgusting the interviewer, it should not be annoying the interviewer, because keep that in mind. You have to be very specific and clear about your highlights and expectation and objective in the next set of career uh, years. So please understand that. What would be your vision for? There may be a questions that, obviously, the general question about yourself. uh, Basically it's all about stepping into about yourself, what you will say about yourself. You will say your name, your personal side, and what is your objective. All these things you'll be basically getting into a lot of details towards that, and you have to explain, and without any gaps, you should present yourself that uh, this is my strength, this is my weakness, this is my personal details. All these things you have to get into all this set of um, details. So basically I will suggest you a website. Basically I think most of the people are aware about LinkedIn, correct? So obviously most of the people, maybe they are aware that only jobs are posted in that particular tabs, and it's not like that. You have six categories. One is job alert. uh, One category comes under skill assessment. You can assess your skills towards that. If you click that, it will be, you can get into the job tab and get into the skills assessment. So this is the basic thing, funda. You have to get into that, and followed that there are a lot of interview preparations. What is mean by interview preparations? Example: tell me about yourself. What is your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? Why specifically highlighting what is the weakness rather telling about your strength? It's very clearly you should put your weakness. You when you say weakness, weakness doesn't mean that I don't have a self confidence, I am fearing in the front of the crowd, I am fearing in front of the interviewer. That should not be the answer. It may lose you to crack the job. So it has to be, weakness is all about where you're lacking, where you have to improve towards it. When you say weakness, you should put a next suggestion that I have to improve in certain skills, I have to improve in certain things. So that is important. When you, it should not be completely knocking yourself that this is my weakness, I could not overcome that. It has to be overcome. You have to put the weakness and present, and how would you overcome, you have to present to the interview. So that is one of the questions you basically get it. And why should we hire you? Why should we hire you is a basic question to all the freshers. This is the question which really going to crack a right set of role for you. Okay, so you example, I'm giving you an this is the most important question, since I'm taking higher. So example, I'll give you a sample for this. Why should we hire you? Example, I'm hiring for a marketing role, or I'm example, I'm hiring for a corporate training role. So what you should do, you should always put a target audience towards how to build a. Example, if I hire you, are you going to build a corporate training programs from scratch? How, what strength you have to create a training program? and what set of interactive programs you want to create for. This all strategies you have to put it to the interview. I'm just giving an example. Strategy, suppose I'm hiring you for a sales and marketing. So what set of strategy you're going to put the bulletin points in that, and give step by step what is the strategy, what kind of sales roles will attract, what uniquely you're going to position a lot of value towards this position. This is all the basic thing which you have to present. So example, the third example, what I'm taking in a data scientist, what uniquely you're going to be as a data scientist. Huge data scientists are there in the market. So if I hire you, what would be, what you will be differentiating from others? So you will demonstrate your ability to answer the questions toward the data science, strategic decisions you make towards the data science, providing the depth data analysis and various technical skills you use in the job. This is a basic thing you have to present in the interview. So this is all the samples, and this is a very important questions which you have to be very thorough and clear. Even it's okay you go prepare and go to an interview. That's very much you need to prepare and present it very calmly and politely. This is my strength. This is what I will equip myself if the opportunity is given to you. And the other question raises, why do you want uh, to with work here? That's There are plenty of employers, and why do you want to take an opportunity with this? This is the basic questions you will get it. So these five questions, let's close it for today's session. So you please get into all the details. I'm putting you again these five questions. Tell me about yourself. What is your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? Why should we hire you? Why do you want to work here? These five questions, please prepare, and we will discuss. I will put you another video next session for further questions. So today's takeaway should be more on the resume building, more on the questionnaires you get it during the interviews. This would be the basic questioning. So please, if you would like to follow me, please subscribe this channel. I wanted to give you more insights about the career programs, more insights on how to build a crack a job in the market, which industry is booming right now, what set of I mean government policies going towards creating the job creations right now, which set of industry you have to target. Basically, this all would be posting in the upcoming videos. Please do subscribe. Please refer this to all your friends and relatives who are really putting hard to get a job right now. So please refer to the respective people or to your placement directors, your colleges, or to any of the organizations who are really looking for a career programs or any soft skilling programs. I'm happy to support. This YouTube channel is going to be really attract, because I'm sure definitely there are lot more programs are happening like this. So I would like to present this, particularly targeting my rural students who were not equipped enough to step outside what is going to be tomorrow's world. So I am putting these videos for especially for them. Please reach out to me in the chat box. Any support required, I'm happy to support you. Please, my email id is, anybody wants to reach out to me, it is naren, naren dot infinite, infinite at the rate of gmail.com. So you can inbox me. I will respond you. Even I can present you at one-to-one session if required, as a group or as an individual, whatever required in your premises or through a virtual discussions also. I'm happy to present you. Wish you all good luck. More upcoming videos are going to come towards this. Thank you so much.